Welcome, Leo. Thank you for tuning in to your horoscope for November 22nd, 2025, on your channel, Zodiac Attraction. Discover what the future holds for you in terms of finances, lucky numbers, love, health, work, family, compatibility, and favorite color. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on daily updates. Get ready to explore your destiny. Let's get started. Leo, the universe is gently nudging you toward a profound turning point, one that requires courage, clarity, and the willingness to release what no longer serves your light. The presence of the 3 and 10 of Swords reveals a cycle that must close. It's not just a chapter ending, it's an entire volume being shelved. Your intuition already knows what's falling away. Your spirit is whispering for release. By making peace with a difficult situation and responding with grace rather than resistance, you shift the vibration of your entire path. Every choice to see the lesson instead of the wound, every decision to respond with faith rather than fear, unblocks the energy that's been dammed up behind emotional hesitation. As you choose peace over panic, empowerment replaces doubt. And that shift, that elevation, becomes the invitation for everything beautiful to return to you. It's no coincidence that the 9 and 10 of Pentacles show up hand in hand. This is divine orchestration. You're being aligned with an inspired opportunity to turn a passion into prosperity. Your creative fire, something you've carried quietly or humbly until now, is about to become a source of tangible abundance. But remember, before the action comes the alignment. This is the time to recalibrate your inner compass. Return to the things that nourish your soul, energize your body, and restore your clarity. Then, with that alignment as your foundation, take the leap. Start the venture. Say yes to the nudge. Execution flows like water when you're not forcing, when you're in rhythm with your truth. This moment isn't about grinding harder. It's about vibrating higher. Allow joy to be your GPS. Your guides are calling you into action. Not the kind that burns you out, but the kind that lights you up. They ask you to weave at least one joyful ritual into your day. A moment where you slow down and feel life with your senses. Maybe it's the hush of the morning as you sip your coffee and watch the world awaken. Maybe it's the music that moves through your body as you cook dinner. These small sacred pauses are more than indulgences. They are soul alignments. And in that alignment, miracles find you without struggle. This is where manifestation happens not because you're pushing, but because you're finally open. Open to receive, open to delight, open to let things be easier. There's something else, something essential. The Fool and the Justice cards speak to a new path forming beneath your feet, one that honors your true essence. Your guides are encouraging you to begin each day not with dread or duty, but with conscious intention. Mirror moments. Words of power. Speak them aloud and shape your reality with their vibration. Say what you want to feel. Declare who you are becoming. Your words are not idle, they are spells. When you affirm your confidence, your focus, your worth, the universe mirrors it back in real time. You're not just talking, you're transforming. But the journey also demands that you clear what's heavy, what's outdated, what no longer reciprocates your effort. The 8 and 10 of Wands reveal the emotional labor you've been carrying, perhaps in relationships, habits, or outdated goals. And while your heart may want to help, heal, or hold on, there comes a moment when love requires space. Not absence of care, but presence of boundaries. You are not meant to drown while trying to save others. Not everyone is ready for the light, and that's okay. Let them walk their path while you honor yours. Trust that the universe has a plan for them, and a radiant one for you, too. As this release occurs, a new current flows in. The 7 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles are signs of rich, promising options in your material world. Financial expansion is arriving, perhaps in the form of offers, windfalls, or opportunities that elevate your quality of life. This is a season of wealth shift, a transformation of not just what you earn, but what you believe you're worthy of. To receive fully, you must first believe fully. Breathe that truth into your daily existence. See yourself as abundant. Walk like your future is already happening. Let that energy shape your decisions. The transfer of wealth begins within, long before the external arrives. Now, plant the seed of this vibration with your affirmation. I deserve better, not because life has denied you, but because you're finally saying yes to more. Say it, write it, feel it in your bones. I deserve better. Let it echo in your choices, your standards, your energy. This isn't arrogance, it's spiritual integrity. You are ready for better friendships, better opportunities, better alignment with who you truly are. Claim it. And as you walk forward, remember your final gift. You will be surprised. The universe is conspiring in your favor in ways you cannot yet predict. When you ask with love, you disarm resistance. When you act with love, you rewrite outcomes. Let's see what the tarot has in store for you today. There is a stirring in your spirit, a subtle shift that tells you a significant emotional and spiritual breakthrough is near. Today's cards echo themes of liberation, karmic reward, emotional revelation, and a powerful sense of renewal. Let's explore how each of these 8 tarot cards shapes your day. Card 1. The 7 of Swords. The reading opens with the 7 of Swords, reflecting the wounds of betrayal, deception, or unfairness you have endured. This mirrors the reference text's acknowledgement of the malice vibras, falsehoods, and betrayals that shaped your recent past. Today, Leo, you see with clarity who has acted in shadow around you. Your intuition sharpens, allowing you to detect hidden motives effortlessly. Instead of feeling discouraged, this card empowers you. What was once a disadvantage becomes wisdom. You now understand the difference between loyalty and pretense, and that awareness becomes your shield. Card 2. The 8 of Swords. Echoing your recent emotional stagnation, the 8 of Swords reveals the internal blocks you've been wrestling with: fear, doubt, and a sense of being trapped by circumstances or emotions. Yet, this card signals liberation approaching. You are beginning to recognize that many of these chains were psychological rather than circumstantial. Today brings clarity. You are not stuck. You are transitioning. Leo, your power lies in your ability to confront discomfort with courage, and this card shows you stepping out of paralysis and reclaiming your mental strength. Card 3. The Judgment card. A major turning point arrives with Judgment, just as the reference text described someone, Dandos Cuenta, or Renaciendo Contigo. This card announces a spiritual awakening for you and someone connected to you emotionally. A realization, confession, or a deeply felt recognition comes to the surface today. The universe is sounding a call. Something or someone returns, not to repeat the past, but to offer clarity, closure, or a new beginning. Judgment brings karmic balance, rewards for your integrity, consequences for those who wronged you. Card 4. The Lovers. Love becomes unmistakable. The Lovers card confirms a powerful, destined connection resurfacing or awakening, one that secured to corazon, exactly as the reference text suggests. This is not casual affection. It is a connection with spiritual gravity, emotional intensity, and mutual recognition. You may face a decision between 2 paths, 2 people, or 2 emotional truths. The card encourages you to choose based on authenticity rather than fear. A bond deepens, and someone's hidden feelings may become undeniable. Card 5. The 3 of Wands. Your world expands. The 3 of Wands reflects the opening of pathways, opportunities, and horizons, mirroring Los Caminos se abren from the reference narrative. You begin to see your future taking shape with fresh optimism. Today, you recognize that your potential is wider than you previously imagined. Plans, dreams, and creative pursuits gain momentum. This is a visionary card reminding you that your long-term success is already forming beyond the edge of your comfort zone. Card 6. The Ace of Pentacles. Financial movement finally arrives. Just as the reference text spoke of delayed money or stalled opportunities beginning to move, the Ace of Pentacles brings a tangible blessing today. An opportunity, financial, professional, or material, emerges with real promise. This could be a new job, a sudden payment, an investment idea, or a door opening in career growth. You are stepping into a cycle of stability and prosperity. This card reminds you that abundance responds to your resilience and effort. Card 7. The Death card. Death appears, one of the most transformative cards in the tarot, matching the reference reading's theme of deep spiritual transformation. This is not the end of a chapter, it is the beginning of a powerful rebirth. Something heavy lifts from your shoulders, a burden dissolves, a chapter closes so that a lighter one can begin. Emotional pain, exhaustion, and lingering confusion are replaced by clarity, liberation, and spiritual cleansing. You emerge stronger, wiser, and unburdened. Card 8. The World. Finally, the world brings completion, triumph, and fulfillment. Just as the reference reading concludes with Sierra's Una Etapa, this card marks the successful closure of a difficult cycle. You are stepping into joy, connection, and a sense of wholeness. This card promises celebration, a shift into alignment, and the realization of long-awaited dreams. You may receive recognition, spiritual confirmation, or a moment of emotional clarity that brings everything together. Leo, today's reading is a tapestry of transformation and revelation. The 7 and 8 of Swords acknowledge your past pain and recent stagnation, while Judgment and the Lovers reveal emotional awakenings and powerful connections rising from that struggle. The 3 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles promise opportunity, forward movement, and financial growth. The Death card cleanses your spirit of burdens you've carried far too long, and the World signifies that you are stepping into a new era of fulfillment. This is a day of karmic reward, emotional truth, personal liberation, and renewed purpose. Embrace the shift. Everything is finally aligning in your favor. Now we will tell you how it will go with money and luck, but first remember to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications. This helps us a lot, and so you never miss your daily reading. Money and luck. Money flows today with the promise of new beginnings, Leo, but it doesn't arrive without a sense of clarity about what held you back. The Ace of Pentacles influences this area of your life, hinting that financial doors are opening because you have finally detached from toxic energies that once drained you. The frustrations of delayed payments, stalled opportunities, or uncertain income now shift as your financial landscape begins to stabilize. You may notice a sudden opportunity, whether a new project, a collaboration, or even an unexpected payout, nudging you closer to security. This day encourages you to take bolder steps in wealth building. The 3 of Wands energizes your financial vision, urging you to consider long-term strategy instead of quick gains. You might find yourself thinking more globally, imagining possibilities beyond your current environment, or searching how to upgrade your financial habits. This card often suggests that money begins moving when you broaden your horizons. However, the 7 of Swords also reminds you to stay alert. Some people around you may not have your best interests at heart, especially in situations involving money. Whether it's someone withholding information, proposing a shady deal, or subtly competing with you, trust your instincts. Today is not the day to sign anything or commit blindly. Give yourself the space to assess everything from a position of strength. Luck begins to favor you more noticeably as the day unfolds. The symbolic lifting of blockages from the 8 of Swords releases your energy, allowing abundance to find you more easily. It's like the universe clears a lane and says, "Leo, go ahead." You might experience a moment of divine timing. Something long overdue finally materializes, offering relief and gratitude. Karma plays a vital role in your financial life today. The Judgment card reflects that you're stepping into a period where your past decisions, especially those rooted in honesty, hard work, and generosity, return with interest. Financial blessings may come not just from what you've done, but from what you've endured. For Leo, the universe is settling old accounts in your favor. Overall, your luck is rising steadily. You're not just receiving money, you're receiving validation. Each step forward today proves that your perseverance mattered. Your prosperity strengthens because you have aligned intention with resilience, making you a magnet for financial abundance. The tarot gives you your lucky number. Your lucky numbers for November 22nd are 13, 57, 36, 50, 86, 3. Daily love. Love takes center stage today in a powerful, transformative way. The Lover's card introduces an emotional awakening that feels both unexpected and deeply meaningful. Someone's feelings for you become clearer, whether through a direct conversation, a subtle gesture, or a discovery that catches you by surprise. This is the news that shakes your heart, echoing the reference energy. A connection you thought was fading or impossible now shows signs of revival. The Judgment card amplifies this by suggesting a spiritual reconnection or a moment of truth between you and someone significant. This isn't just nostalgia, it's realization. Someone who avoided you, denied their feelings, or distanced themselves for reasons unknown may experience a moment of clarity that draws them back toward you. This card indicates that both hearts feel the pull, even if communication has been strained. The World card adds emotional completion. A chapter in your love life is closing so a more aligned chapter can begin. If there has been distance, misunderstandings, or unresolved emotions, today's energy encourages healing. You might finally understand why certain relationships ended the way they did. This understanding allows you to open the door to something healthier, richer, and more spiritually connected. Passion surrounds you today. The reference energy about being juvenile, vibrant, magnetic, and irresistibly alive rings strongly with the cards. Someone around you feels deeply captivated by your presence, possibly a person you see occasionally at work, in your social circles, or through routine activities. There's chemistry here, and it could surprise you how naturally things flow. At the same time, you're being reminded not to cling to expectations. Love is moving in your direction, but it may not look exactly how you imagined it. The Death card marks an emotional transformation that frees you from outdated attachments or fears. You're shedding the heavy emotional armor you've carried for too long. This allows new love or renewed love to reach you with greater purity. Ultimately, love today brings choice. The Lover's card always highlights crossroads. Whether you reunite with someone, open your heart to someone new, or choose to step into a chapter of self-love, the decision is yours. The power rests fully in your hands, and that is one of your greatest blessings today. At work. In work and career, the Three of Wands highlights expansion, vision, and forward momentum. You're entering a phase where your professional path begins to widen. Ideas you've kept in your mental storage start to materialize. You may receive positive news related to work, an opening, a role, a proposal, or a project that aligns with your long-term goals. This is a day where your ambition serves as fuel rather than pressure. The Eight of Swords acknowledges that you felt stuck professionally, perhaps sensing that your efforts weren't being recognized or that circumstances limited your progress. But today's energy shifts dramatically. Your mindset becomes clearer, your problem-solving sharpens, and the feeling of stagnation begins to dissolve. You regain momentum and see steps you couldn't see before. Yet, the Seven of Swords asks you to stay cautious in workplace dynamics. Not everyone around you is transparent. A coworker may be withholding information, competing silently, or projecting negativity. Protect your ideas, guard your energy, and ensure that trust is earned, not assumed. This doesn't mean paranoia. It simply means awareness. The World card suggests that you are nearing the completion of an important professional cycle. You could be finishing a major task, closing a challenging chapter, or stepping into a phase where your expertise is acknowledged. This card often signals that a promotion or advancement is closer than you think. The Ace of Pentacles introduces new financial potential in your career. This could manifest as a new job offer, an investment opportunity, or an exciting side venture. Work today feels productive, meaningful, and aligned with your growth. This is a fertile moment for planting seeds that will bear fruit in the coming weeks. Above all, your intuition is your greatest work tool today. Insights, hunches, and gut feelings guide you toward the right decisions. Follow them. They're accurate and divinely supported. Health. Health today is deeply influenced by the Death card, which signals renewal, cleansing, and the release of long-held stress. You may feel a subtle yet noticeable shift in your body, a sense of lightness, relief, or emotional unclogging. This card often marks the end of fatigue caused by emotional burdens, especially those you've been carrying for months or even years. Your mental health receives a noticeable boost. The Eight of Swords reflects the mental restrictions that were weighing you down, but today these dissolve. You may feel as if a fog is lifting, allowing you to breathe and think more clearly. Anxiety eases, emotional tension loosens, and your sense of perspective returns. The World card adds a layer of wholeness. It encourages balance, rest when needed, movement when appropriate, and emotional expression when your heart calls for it. You're stepping into a cycle of harmony, where mind and body work together rather than in opposition. Self-care becomes a necessity today. You've carried more emotional weight than most people realize, and the Judgment card encourages reflection, healing, and spiritual alignment. Meditation, journaling, or even a simple walk can feel restorative. Your energy realigns with purpose rather than pressure. The Lover's card reminds you that emotional health is deeply intertwined with your connections. Positive interactions and heartfelt moments contribute to your vibrancy. Conversely, releasing draining relationships creates immediate relief and vitality. Lastly, the Ace of Pentacles encourages grounding. Nourish your physical body, prioritize hydration, and maintain routines that support longevity. Your vitality strengthens when you honor your limits and nurture your physical vessel. Family and friends. Family dynamics today reach a turning point. The World card signals the closing of an emotional chapter within your household. Misunderstandings, past hurts, or old patterns may finally be resolved. Whether through conversation or unspoken shifts, peace begins to return to your family environment. The Judgment card adds emotional awakening. You or a family member may experience clarity about a situation that caused tension. Apologies, realizations, confessions, or heartfelt discussions may create healing where it was long overdue. This is a moment of reconciliation. However, the Seven of Swords warns that not everyone in your family is as transparent as they appear. Someone may be acting from fear, insecurity, or secrecy. Rather than confronting aggressively, observe with compassion. Their behavior may reflect their own struggles. The Death card represents transformation in family relationships. You may finally release a burden you've been carrying for others, responsibilities, emotional baggage, or unresolved guilt. This card encourages you to let go of what doesn't belong to you. The Lover's card emphasizes the strength of emotional bonds within your family. Acts of love, compassion, or support may surface unexpectedly. You feel more connected to the people who truly value you, and their presence reinforces your emotional stability. The Three of Wands inspires planning for the future. You may discuss upcoming events, projects, or decisions that involve your family. These conversations carry hope and expansion, reinforcing the sense that a brighter chapter is underway. Compatibility. Today, Leo, your most harmonious connections arise with signs that amplify your fire, support your heart, and align with your purpose. Aries stands out strongly. This sign boosts your courage and enthusiasm, pulling you into bold, confident action. Conversations with Aries feel alive and motivating. Sagittarius also harmonizes beautifully today. Their optimistic energy blends with yours, creating synergy in plans, dreams, and creative thinking. Sagittarius helps you see possibilities where you once saw obstacles, expanding your emotional and mental horizons. Gemini offers intellectual stimulation and emotional curiosity. They're fascinated by your confidence, and their playful communication style lifts your mood. Your energy inspires them, and their ideas energize you back. Libra adds harmony and balance to your day. They soften your intensity and help you see different perspectives. Emotional exchanges with Libra today feel meaningful and soothing, especially if love is involved. Taurus brings grounded stability. Their calm presence acts as a counterbalance to your fiery nature. This energy supports financial decision-making and long-term planning. Finally, Aquarius surprises you with intuitive depth. Their unconventional ideas and emotional honesty create a unique form of connection. They stimulate your imagination and help you break free from patterns that once limited you. Your lucky color today: gold, symbolizing triumph, illumination, and divine favor. Wearing or visualizing gold today enhances confidence, attracts abundance, and strengthens your natural charisma. The phrase of the day: transformation begins the moment you choose clarity over fear and courage over silence. Thank you so much for spending this moment with me. Remember, the stars can guide your way, but only you have the power to walk it and make it amazing. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love it if you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I truly enjoy hearing from you. I'll see you tomorrow, right here on Zodiac Attraction, where we'll continue discovering your incredible destiny together. Until then, keep shining.